All right, what is going on, world? Day 11 of oil pulling experiments, and my teeth, oh man, I swear every single day I use this, my teeth are getting whiter. Now, as I said with the day 7 oil pulling experiments, that I'm really not noticing any of these detoxifying benefits. I have noticed that, as I've discussed on the very first day, that I feel like there's a guard of oil on my teeth and it lasts and lasts throughout the day. So it's like it's helping to protect, like it's leaving a layer of oil to help protect my teeth from food and everything. Now, those are just the benefits that I could actually feel, and I can actually let you guys know that I'm experiencing these. Now, as a life experiment, as a human experiment, when I experiment with new things, like with oil pulling, I do the basic research in the beginning just to understand how to implement it into my lifestyle. What are the different ways people are doing this? How are they doing it to get the maximum benefits? Personally, for myself, I don't like to read any kind of, what kind of results are being seen from this, because I don't want it to be like a placebo effect where I'm feeling the same things other people are feeling, or I'm seeing the same thing other people are seeing. So today, this morning, while I was doing this oil pulling, I decided to look up and do a little more research on the subject, because as I said, at the end of these 30-day experiments, I'm going to be coming out with a whole video based on all the different type of research that's being done on oil pulling and all the different benefits, or so-called benefits. So this morning I was looking at the American Dental Association.org. If you guys want, the 2 links that I'm going to discuss on this video will be in the description box below. You can go find all the information I'm discussing here. But basically this article, because it is from the American Dental Association, they make sure to suggest in the first few paragraphs that you should be brushing your teeth, you should be flossing, you should be doing this 2 times a day with the correct type of toothpaste for the maximum overall health benefits. Now, as I go through this article, they do discuss that oil pulling is an ancient traditional folk remedy. Current reports on the potential health benefits of oil pulling have clear limitations. They say the existing studies are unreliable for a number of reasons, including the misrepresentation of results due to small sample size, which we will get into the next article here. But it's also kind of, and this is where it's, should we be allowing the American Dental Association, people who are paid to benefit off your teeth, people who make money off the fact that your teeth suck and they gotta go in there and fix them, why would they suggest something that's natural when they can suggest a chemical coming from the same type of pharmaceutical companies, the same type of white strips that they can suggest to you so that they're gonna get a kickback off of it? So I'm always a little wary when I read off of legitimate websites like American Dental Association. If you guys are interested, Phil DeFranco mentioned this on his show the other day, and it's the latest Adam Ruins Everything, and he discusses glasses and how the same people own all the glasses companies, so they dictate the prices. Now the thing is, they also own the physicians who test your eyes. So they own the whole monopoly around it. So they can dictate the prices. They dictate what those physicians are gonna tell you, what they're gonna suggest that you should buy to help and be the most optimal thing for you. But if they're just getting their information provided by these companies, then of course the doctors don't even know what they're suggesting, because they're just being told by these companies to suggest this stuff. So I'm always wary, as I said, to, the American Dental Association. Of course they want the best thing out there for you, but there is money behind it. There's an industry behind it. So of course they're not going to tell you to do something that's natural and better for you. But as we get into this second article here, so this article is from sciencebasedmedicine.org, and it's called Oil Pulling Your Leg. And they actually went through several different test groups and studies here, and they showed that they found that some Indian small sample test research, peer-reviewed research groups out there, that they found that there wasn't much toxin changes to the actual gut and to the actual body, but more just oral. So a 2011 study published in an Indian journal found that oil pulling was equally effective to chlorhexidine in reducing halitosis and bacteria associated with halitosis. And it's mainly because of the mechanical, the swishing of something over and over in your mouth is what's breaking up the bacteria. It's not so much that it's coconut oil or one specific type of oil. And then further on in this article, it does say here, that also seems to be the extent of the peer-reviewed scientific literature on oil pulling. A few preliminary studies by a single researcher with an apparent cultural bias. Even if researcher bias is put aside, the evidence is hardly overwhelming. If taken at face value, it indicates that swishing with oil is helpful to oral health, probably just because of the mechanical cleaning, but it is not as effective as standard modern therapy with mouthwash. So there you have it, world. Apparently, according to 2 different scientific websites, they're saying that this really has no kind of benefits, no detoxifying benefits. And as that article said, a lot of these detox, these whole lemon juice or cranberry detox, there's no real scientific value behind it. It's basically just human beings out there in the world testing it upon themselves after reading it out of a magazine or something, and then telling their friends all their great benefits they had. Now, they could be getting all these great benefits because they left a very shitty lifestyle. I find most people, when they're trying to make a change or they're trying to do a detox, it's because they're coming off a very crappy lifestyle, crappy eating habits. So that's why they're probably feeling some amazing benefits. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is day 11 of oil pulling experiments. I'm gonna put up day 1 compared to day 11 right here so you guys can see the difference in the whiteness of my teeth, because so far that's been the greatest benefit. Now, one thing that I actually read from this article as well, I'll just throw this in here right at the end, is that oil pulling may actually be somewhat detrimental, because as you have this oil in your mouth and you're swishing it around for 15 to 20 minutes, you're slowly breathing in little pieces of oil particles. So they're saying that could be actually possibly bad for your lungs. So after this 30-day experiment, I'm gonna give myself a couple weeks off, see if anything happens or changes with my teeth, and I might pick it up after that. But basically right now, as I was discussing with the beautiful one here, that this is more or less gonna be a quick teeth whitening thing. After just 7 days, I had amazing results. It's day 11. This might be, you know, every So this just might be something that I do once or twice a year, you know, do a 2-week oil pulling experiment just to help whiten up my teeth. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw here, if you found it a little informative, make sure you go hit that like button, and of course, leave me a comment. I am the Hungarian Experiment.